She's like, okay, that's fine.
I was glad this morning too, because I was like, oh, it's so slow. From the time I got up, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna miss yoga if I don't get my butt in gear.
Right?
My daughter calls restorative adult nap time.
That's what I call it. That's exactly what I call it.
Good.
It's the best.
Because my other daughter's like, what is that? She's like, it's adult nap time.
Yeah, definitely adult nap time for sure. So, tonight's gonna be fun. I got all the good stuff planned. So we'll grab one block and we'll go ahead and lay down.
Only one.
Just one. Just the one block, you know. You don't need more than that today. Yeah. Go ahead and lay back. Get comfortable. Feet can be on the floor. Legs can be extended out. Whatever you want to do. Hands in whatever position you like. And then once you get into a comfortable position, start to deepen your breath. So take a nice big inhale through the nose, lift the belly, lift the chest, and then exhale, all the air out. Nice big breath in, nice full breath out. Moving that awareness into the body, just kind of going through everywhere from the nose down to the toes, in between. And we'll move that awareness into our mental space and just see how we're feeling. What kind of thoughts and emotions have been passing through our brain today. Go ahead and bring our hands to our belly, just feeling the rise and fall as we breathe. Taking 2 more breaths here, just letting ourselves pause before we get into some movements. Go ahead and extend the legs out nice and long. Reach the arms up overhead. Take a nice big breath in. And then exhale, bring your right knee into your chest. Hands are going to go underneath the thigh. We'll bend and straighten this right knee. Point and flex the foot. Roll the ankle around. Wiggle the toes. Just bending and straightening this right leg. Feeling a little bit of a pull in the back of the right leg. And then we'll bend the knee back into the chest, hold on to the knee with the right hand and open it out to the right. Left hand on the left hip, almost like an anchor. Bring the knee back to center. And then open it back out to the right. Bring it back in. And we'll take the left hand on the knee, right arm's gonna go out to the side, take a breath in. And then exhale, knee's gonna go off to the left. Shoulders stay on the floor, gaze can be up at the ceiling or over the right shoulder. Each exhaling, letting you kind of soften a little bit more into the pose. Come back to center, give the right knee a little hug. And then I want you to bring the left foot onto the floor, cross the right ankle over the left knee. And then we'll lift the left leg up, using the knee to push the foot closer to the body. So the left knee is bent, right foot, left foot are both flexed. If you want to take that bind, you can, taking the right hand in between the thighs, grabbing the left hand on the back of the left leg. Go ahead, release the hands, undo the legs, give them a shake out into the air. Bring both feet to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Go ahead and extend the legs out nice and long. Reach the arms back up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, left knee will come into the chest. Hands will come behind the thigh, and we'll bend and straighten the left knee. Pointing and flexing the foot, rolling the ankle, wiggling the toes. We'll go ahead and bend the left knee back into the chest. Holding onto the left knee with the left hand, we'll open it out to the side and then bring it back to center. Kind of just opening it out, bringing it back in. Then we'll bring the knee back to center. Right hand will come onto the knee, left hand will go out to the side, and then we'll take a big old twist. The knee is gonna go over to the right, shoulders stay on the floor. Option to lift the head and turn it so you're looking over your left shoulder. Again, you don't have to do that, just an option. We'll come back to center. Left knee is going to stay into the chest. We'll bring the right foot on the floor. Cross the left ankle over the right knee. Kind of this figure four pose. And then you can stay here or lift the right knee up, using the knee to push it into the ankle more so the foot comes closer to the body. Both feet are flexed. And then again, if you want to take your left hand, we're going to thread it in between the legs. And you're going to grab your right hand and the left hand on the back of the right thigh. There we go. Nice. You can use that as well as your right leg to go a little bit more into the stretch, opening up that left hip. Release the hands, release the legs, give them a shake out into the air, and then bring the soles of the feet to the floor. We'll go ahead and interlace our hands, bring your hands behind our head. Bring the elbows like almost like a cradle of the sides of the head where your temples are. We'll breathe here, and then on your exhale, we'll lift the shoulder blades off the floor so the gaze is either towards the ceiling or at your knees. Feet are on the floor, pulling everything down as you lift up through the shoulder blades, and then inhale, lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hold here and just extend the left leg out. There you go. Flex the foot. Lift up a little bit more. Bend the knees, set it down. Inhale, lower the shoulders. Exhale, lift up. The left knee will extend. So you're pushing into your right foot and reaching out with your left foot as you lift yourself up. Left foot will come down, and then you come down. Inhale here. Exhale up. Left leg extends. Hold. 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 Left foot goes down. You go down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up. Extend the left leg. Hold here for a moment. Take your right hand and make a fist. And then I want you to punch your right hand up towards your left toes. Come up a little bit higher. A little bit higher. Hand comes back behind the head, foot comes down, you come down. Soles of the feet together, knees out wide. I'll save the juicer for another day, Laura.
I'm feeling it.
We'll bring the knees back together, bring the elbows back in to cradle the side of the head, feet on the floor. We'll take a breath in, and then we exhale, lift the shoulder blades up. You can stay just like this, or if you want to, go ahead and extend the right leg out. Hi-ya! Right foot will step down, you will come down. Inhale, exhale, lift up. Extend the right leg out, hold here. Foot comes down, you come down. It's not a race. Big breath in. Exhale up. Maybe it is. And then extend the right leg. Hi-ya! Right foot comes down, you come down. We're going to go 3 more. Take a breath in. Big breath out. Extend the right leg. Come on up, Rack. Don't give me that. Don't give me that. Foot comes down, you come down. 2 more. Exhale up. Right leg extends. And go ahead and come down. Last one. Extend the right leg. This is where we're going to add the twist. Left hand's going to make a fist. We're going to punch up towards your right toes. Don't bring your foot closer to your hand. Bring yourself closer to your foot. And then the foot comes down, you come down. Now we're going to bring the knees into the chest. Rock side to side. And then we'll go ahead and rock up to a seat. Very nice. I didn't even use the block. I meant to. Whoops. Go ahead and set both of your blocks towards the front of your mat just in case you need them. They're always there for you. Come to a nice comfortable seat. Go ahead and bring the right hand onto the right shoulder and we'll just roll this bad boy around a little bit. Going in all different directions. And then right hand will come down, we'll go to the other side, left hand on the left shoulder, roll this bad boy around a little bit. Right hand's going to come out to the right side. Left arm's going to reach up towards the ceiling, and then we'll lean to the right. Nice. You can stay on the hand. You can come down to the forearm. But again, if that left hip comes up when you drop that forearm, just keep the hand on the floor. We'll come back up to center. Left hand will go out to the side. Right arm will reach up, and then over to the left. Center. Nice. Take your fingertips out to the side. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Go ahead and release the chin to the chest. And then left ear to left shoulder. Go back through center. Over to the right. And then the head will come back up to center. Now we're going to grab one of our blocks actually. You're gonna, you guys can all thank Raquel for these next bits of fun.
Thank you, Raquel.
Can we?
So we're gonna
Yeah, wait a minute.
we're gonna bring the block in between our forearms. All right. And we're gonna take it out in front of us. Okay. Kind of maneuver this guy. All right. So shoulders down, but we're gonna squeeze the block. Okay. And we're gonna go up and down. And down. Just keep going. This next one's going to be really fun. But you're going to try to keep that squeezing motion, right? So squeeze, 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 almost like you're going to snap the block. I mean, if you've got a foam one, you might snap it. Who knows? If you do, that's awesome. And we're going to go up, hold here, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring it back down. And then lift it back up, squeeze, bring it down, lift it up, squeeze, and then we'll release. Nice. Go ahead and take your right hand and we will massage our left forearms. Go the other side. Now this next one's going to be very interesting. We're all going to try it together. So I'm going to turn so you guys can see. So I want you to place your block behind you. And then we're going to grab the block in between the hands, right? And then from here, we're going to take them away, bring it back in. Take it away, bring it back in. Take it away, bring it in. Away, back in. Keep going. We'll go for 5 more. 4. Unless you're going a lot faster than I am. 3, 2, 1. Whew, nice. Go ahead and set that bad boy back to the top. And we'll come over onto hands and knees. So if you need something underneath your knees, go ahead and place it there now. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Fingers can be together or spread apart. It's your choice. You can also be back a little bit, right? So you don't have to be directly over the hand. You can be a little bit back behind the wrist. But toes are going to be tucked under. We're going to rock back. And adding a little bit of push down in there. And then come back forward over the wrist. And then back. And then forward. Nice. One more. Then coming back to center, we'll do a couple of cat-cows. Inhale, release the heart, look forward or up. And then exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, puff through the shoulder blades, push the mat away, blowing out the birthday candles. Inhale, heart comes down. Exhale, tuck the tailbone and round. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale. You can go as fast or as slow as you'd like. You can add some other movements into this. We're gonna do about 4 or 5 more breaths here. So if you wanna do a nice rib roll, you're welcome to do that. You can stay in that cat position, really shimmying through the shoulder blades. Then after your 5th exhale, we'll sit back in child's pose. So we'll bring the toes together, knees out wide. Go ahead and sit the hips back. Bring the forearms to the floor, palms face up, forehead towards the floor. So a very open child's pose. Come back up onto hands and knees. And then we'll come all the way up onto the knees. We'll bring the right leg forward first. Okay, so back toes tucked under. Bring your knee underneath your hip. Right foot underneath your right knee. Tuck the tailbone. Bring the arms forward and up alongside the ears. Beautiful. Reaching up towards the ceiling. Keeping the belly pulled in. And then we're going to work in this right leg a little bit, right? So I want you to lift your toes off the floor. Push down into that right foot. And then act as if you're gonna drag it back without moving it. All right? So it's like your right foot's coming back, your left knee is going forward. Go ahead and release your toes, but keep that activity. And then we're gonna twist to the right. Don't open the arms just yet. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And then I want you to grab opposite elbows. There we go. And then we're gonna twist to the right. Come back to center. And then we're gonna lean to the right. Still keeping the legs engaged. See what happened with your breath. Did it wander away? Come back up to center. Open the arms out into a T. And then we're gonna bring the hands behind us. I want you to interlace the hands. Keep the ribs pulled in. Bring the elbows towards each other. Then if you feel comfortable here, you can take the hands towards the floor, kind of rolling the shoulders back a little bit more. And then if you feel more comfortable, you can start to dip so the heart starts to go up towards the ceiling. You don't have to look up. You can start to lean back and still look forward. Whew. And we'll come back up, release the hands. Left hand will come to the floor. We'll walk this right foot out to the edge of our mat, and then we'll reach the right arm up towards the ceiling. Twisting open through the chest, palm is open, fingers are active, pushing into the left hand also. And then we're gonna bring this right hand onto the right thigh. We'll lift the left knee up off the floor. Nice, and then you can stay here, or if you need to grab your blocks and bring them into the party, feel free. We're gonna start to straighten this front leg. All right, so you're on the back toes. Right foot's pointing forward. You can be on the tall setting in the blocks, medium or small, or you don't have to have the blocks at all. And also this right knee doesn't have to be completely straight. It can be slightly soft there. Now you can stay just like this, or if you want to play around a little bit, we can lift the front of the right foot up off the floor. Ooh. Ooh, that's gonna just intensify the stretch in the right leg. And then see what's happening with this left hip. I want you to see if you can square it down towards the floor. Ooh. Nice. We'll bend the right knee back. Left knee is going to come to the floor, nice and easy. Right knee is going to go back to meet the left knee. Sit back, child's pose. You can leave your hands on blocks if you'd like to, or you can bring them down to the floor. Remember, knees out wide for child's pose. And if child's pose doesn't work for you as far as a resting, you can come to just a regular seat or whatever does feel good. Come back up onto the hands and knees. Come back up onto the knees, and then we're going to bring the left foot forward this time. Nice. Remember, have those blocks nearby if you need them. Back toes tucked under for that little extra support. We'll bring the arms forward and up towards the ceiling. Nice. You can take the hands back a little bit if you feel comfortable there. And then same thing, we're still engaging this left leg, so you're almost dragging it back without moving it. right? And you should start to feel that left hamstring really start to talk to you a little bit. We're gonna swivel the torso to the left, so you're looking towards your left knee. Come back to center. We do a little swivel. Come back. Swivel once more. And then we're gonna come back, we're gonna grab opposite elbows. And then we'll swivel again. Come back to center. And then we shall lean to the left. One more little breath here. We'll come back up. Left, we'll release the hands out. We'll take the left hand to the floor, right hand to the block. And then we'll go ahead and lift the right knee up off the mat. Nice, right? Yeah. And then extend the left arm up towards the ceiling. Whew. Left hand will come back to the floor. Again, if you want to, you can take this left foot and take it out a little bit further. Or you can have your hands on blocks. You can be on the ground. We'll start to straighten this front leg. Stay up high on the back toes. Breathe. Bend the left knee as much as you need to. It doesn't have to be completely straight. And then if you feel comfortable, you can lift the front of the left foot up off the ground. Check back in with yourself. See how that left leg is taking the stretch. If it's a little too intense, soften the leg. You can always take the left toes to the floor. We're gonna do one more breath. And then the toes will come down. We'll bend the left knee, come back into almost a high lunge. And then I want you to take your right toes and we're gonna step them forward to meet the left foot. Oof. All right, we're gonna step to the top of the mat. You never really do that anymore. Take your feet to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes out, bend your knees. Grab opposite elbows and release the head towards the floor. Beautiful. Release the arms to the ground. Keep the knees bent. We'll start to roll all the way up. Shoulders will roll. Head will come up. We'll reach the arms out and up towards the ceiling. Palms will come together and then we'll bring them down in front of the heart. Nice. Come to stand in your mat. Doesn't have to be touching. Just a little bit of space is good. We'll start to kind of rotate in both directions. Who knows, maybe high five your neighbor. Whack!
Especially with my Walmart. Yeah.
Makes you think of those little dolls from back in the day with like the fairy dolls and like you press the button and they
Yeah.
I had a few of those
You
little
had a
fairy
button?
dolls.
I had a string.
You did?
Yeah.
Top thing. Okay, we'll come back to center. Gonna rock forward and up on the toes. Crack. Yep, all the snaps and cracks. And then I want you to flip the front or flip the top of the right foot over. There you go. And then roll the ankle around a little bit. Go ahead and take that foot down. We'll go the other side. Left toes. Kind of roll that around a little bit. And then take the feet to the floor. Now see if you can lift up just the big toes. I can't. So if you can, that's wonderful. I'm like sitting here trying so hard and I can't lift. There we go. No, I can't lift the big toe. Okay, see if you can see if you can lift the other toes and not the big toe. I can do that. That I can do. That I can do. Yeah. I can't lift my big toe. My big toe doesn't want to come up. So we'll take the other toes down. See if you can lift the big toe again. Damn. There we go. I got one. Oh. Oh my God.
Go! You can do that! You think you can?
I got the one. All right. So that's something to work on. My goodness, that's crazy. All right, now see if we can give this a little bit of a flutter. There we go. And then just lift the toes. So we're doing a point action here. Drop the toes. Lift the toes. Drop. Lift. Drop. One more. Nice. Perfect.
5 more.
I know, right? 5 more. All right. Grab both of your blocks. We're gonna take them on the medium setting, okay? We're gonna use these bad boys. Think of them like pizzas.
Pizza.
Pizza.
I love pizza. My favorite. I love pizza.
Is that your first food reference this evening?
That's the first food reference so far today. Oh goodness. Okay, so we're standing up nice and tall. Hold your pizzas out in front of you. You know, very good pizzas. What's everybody's favorite pizza? Give it to me.
Meat lovers.
Me? None?
I like sausage, meatball, onion, and mushroom. All together.
Sausage, onion, and mushroom.
I like mushroom.
You like mushroom? Wow. Pepperoni. Wow.
Oh,
I am
first love.
I'm a veggie lover. I'm like a Pacific veggie, any of those. Like, I'm good with lots of cheese. Gotta have lots of cheese.
Stuffed crust.
Stuffed crust is
Everything's
good.
better with cheese.
Yeah, but garlic. Gotta have the garlic. All right, and hot sauce. Okay, so hands out with our pizzas. All right, now I want you to look down at your toes. And then I want you to feel grounded in your feet, right? So a little bend in the knees here. And really start to kind of transfer the weight from one foot to the other without lifting it up off the floor, right? So we're getting that feeling of going from one side to the other. Now I want you to go to the right, hold there, and lift onto the left toes. All right, we're gonna try to hold our pizzas. If you're gripping your blocks, that's fine. You wanna challenge yourself, just hold them there. And then we're gonna lift the left knee up. Doesn't matter how high. Take them down. Lift the toes up. Take them down. Now we're gonna lift. Go ahead and grab the blocks if you're not. We'll step the left foot to the back of the mat. We'll bring the hands to the floor onto blocks. Nice, so the right knee is bent, you're on the left toes. If you need to make more space for yourself, feel free to. You can take your right leg a little bit further out to the side. And then using your left toes, we're gonna push ourselves forward and back. Kind of rocking back and forward a little bit. And then we'll come to a center position. Left heel is gonna come to the floor. Toes gonna turn towards the front door. We're gonna set up for warrior 2 on the right side. Bring your pizzas with you. We're gonna come all the way up. Arms are gonna come out into a T. Right knee stays bent, going forward and then slightly out, right? So you're kind of almost rolling towards the pinky toe side of your foot. There we go. Yep, and you can bring your pizzas in a little closer to the body if you need to. Otherwise, we're gonna keep them out. You're gonna take the left arm down the back leg. Right arm's gonna go up and back. Keep the right knee bent. Hold on to the pizzas. Don't drop them. You're gonna come back to warrior 2. Nice. Right forearm on the thigh. Left arm over the ears. Perfect. Come back, warrior 2. And then we're gonna bring the blocks together in front of the heart. Straighten your right leg. Perfect. Now I want you to bring your I want you to switch your right hand block to the tall setting. Take it out in front of you. And then we're gonna take it in front of your right foot. There we go. Nice. Left arm's gonna reach up with our other pizza. Perfect. So this is called triangle pose. You can have the block in front of the right ankle or behind the right ankle. That's also another option. We're gonna bend the right knee. Whew. Nice. Left block is going to come in front of the right block. We're going to come back into a high lunge. Our hands are going to frame the right foot. Nice. And we'll bring the left knee down to the floor, nice and easy. Right knee's going to go back to meet it. Take the pizzas off to the side for right now. We're just keeping them in the oven to keep warm. Tuck the toes, lift the knees up and back, downward dog. Nice. Go ahead, pedal out the feet a little bit if you need to. Knees can be nice and soft. Keep breathing here. If you need to come down to child's pose, feel free to do so. And then also, I want everybody to walk their feet to the edges of their mat. Right, so open yourselves up a little bit more. Really bend the knees. Think about the hips going up towards the ceiling, like you're gonna set your butt on the ceiling. And then just coming up and down on the toes. Ooh. Beautiful. Now I want you to look in between your hands and start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Oh no, my pizzas! Not the pizzas, no! We're coming back for them, don't worry. Knees are bent, toes are out wide, so think like a goddess pose, right? Hands on the insides of the knees. And then we'll start to walk the hands back out. And then start to walk your feet towards your hands. So now we're coming back to the top of the mat. Hello, pizzas. Take your feet out wide. Don't think about having the feet close together. Think about as wide on your mat as you can get them. Knees are soft. Grab opposite elbows. Let the head release. We'll release the hands to the floor. Grab your pizzas. You're going to come to flat backs. Look right in front of your mat, onto the fingertips on the pizzas. And then I want you to bend the knees. Think about the hips going low. Low, 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 low. Like you're going to sit in that chair, right? Lift your pizzas. Bring them close to the body. And then stand up. Woo. Bring the feet together. Shake them out a little bit. Maestro.
I want pizza now.
You might give it some air.
This is not good.
I come to yoga to lose weight, not to eat pizza. I'm just kidding.
No, I do want pizza now.
Good thing Pizza Hut's
Yep.
Just kidding. I'm not really a Pizza Hut kind of girl. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a Joey's, Papa John's, Domino's. All right, so now we're gonna go to the other side. Holding the pizzas in front. Come onto the right toes. Right, so you feel that shift to the left. Don't let the left hip go off to the side though, so keep it in line with everything else. Pieces out in front, bring the right knee up. I don't care how high. Tap the toes down. Now your pizzas might move if you move, right? So find something that's not gonna move as much. Think of being like a gargoyle, protecting your pizzas. Now we're gonna bring the knee up.
Definitely.
Grab the blocks. We'll step the right leg back behind us. Woo. Bring the blocks to the floor, medium setting or high if you need them higher. Stay on your right toes. We're gonna rock back and forth on the foot. Come back to a center part. Take the right heel to the floor, turn the toe out. Left toes point forward, grab your pizzas. We'll come up warrior two. Again, this can be a very narrow warrior two, right? Or it can be very wide, your choice. Pizzas out, reaching out. Left knee is bent. We'll take the right hand down the back leg. Left pizza goes up. Offering it to God. Have the pizza. Just kidding.
Make it better.
Bring it back, warrior two. Left forearm on the left thigh. Right arm reaches up alongside the ear. Come back, warrior two. Bring the pizzas into the heart. Straighten the left leg. Left pizza's gonna get tall. And then again, it can go behind the leg or in front of the leg, your choice. So if you, wherever you wanna pop that bad block, there it goes. Right pizza goes up towards the ceiling. I like mine well done. Also, just throwing that out there. We're gonna bend that left knee. Bring the right pizza back to the floor to meet the left. Come back onto the right toes. Bring the right knee down, nice and easy. Left knee goes back to meet the back one. Sit back, child's pose. Knees out nice and wide. Toes to touch. Elbows to the floor. Palms face up. When you get into these kind of poses, recheck in with yourself, right? It's the stuff of the inventory that you got from the beginning of practice is that, are you still sticking with that, right? So if you know you've been stressed out, if you know you're tired, if you know you're little at the end of your gas tank today, might be taking it a little bit easier on yourself. Maybe you've got some ramped up energy, you're ready to get this out. That's fine too. Just make sure what you're doing is going to best benefit you and your body. I'm going to come up onto the elbows, and then I'm going to grab one of your pizzas. Place it flat in between the hands, and then we're going to do a little where you're going to hold it. So your thumb's going to be underneath it, and your pointer finger is going to be next to it. Okay? Elbows on the floor. Palms are flat. And you've got the thumbs under it and the fingertips on the other side. Okay, so it's kind of like if your hands are just like this, making this kind of shape, your block's gonna go right in between that. And you're gonna hold onto the block as well. All right? We're gonna use the strap with this too in just a moment. So we'll tuck the toes, push down into the forearms, release the head, puff up through the shoulder blades, think like a cat pose, and then lift the knees off the floor. Squeeze the block with the fingers. Lift the hips up towards the ceiling if you feel comfortable, or just keep the knees hovered off the floor. You're gonna hold for 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come down, come up, grab your strap. So that idea is to keep your hands in a fixed position when you come into forearm stand, because sometimes they do like weird things. So if your hands are gripping the block, it's supposed to kind of hold it there. Now this is going to be for the elbows. All right? So we're going to go ahead and make a loop-de-loop with our strap. It's going to be a little loop. It's going to go around the outsides of your biceps. Might have to readjust. It's going to go like right above where your elbows are. There we go. I'll help you loop it, don't worry. Okay.
These things always.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Oh, I got it. All right, I got it. Thanks. Yeah, it's like that.
Is that the box?
Yeah.
I think
We'll be back at this commercial break. So, a little loop. Y'all look great.
I'll just be like this.
What my loop looks like.
That's why I had to say I was like, I forgot. I haven't done it like
In a while.
I wore my "But Did You Die" shirt on purpose as a reminder.
Oh, there
My
you go.
first day back.
That's a good tribute.
But did you die?
Like, you can do this for like 10 more minutes, but in 10 minutes, could you not do it for 10 minutes? It's like, we have one more screw. I'm like, okay, it's really loud. I'm trying to teach a class, thanks. Sorry, that wasn't very yoga, guys.
That was extremely yoga. What do you mean?
I know, I didn't yell.
What did I say?
I
I
didn't
know
yell.
it's very yoga.
I came to them in my most, like,
yogi fashion.
Very yoga.
not
Yeah.
local redhead yet.
Yeah, it wasn't very Tasmanian.
What I've known as around here. Okay, Lisa, you come out more. Everybody kind of hold them up. Right? Could you, Rocky, come out a little bit more? There you go. You guys are good. You guys are good. Martha, you come out a little bit more. Christine, you come in just a smidge. Just a smidge. Unless that feels like fine. Just come in just a little bit. Maybe just tighten it just a smidge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. There we go. Perfect. More.
Okay.
Okay.
I understand your pain.
And then you're going to bring the elbows down. And we're going to kind of, if you don't like the block, you don't have to do the block. All right? You can just keep the forearms, or keep the palms flat on the ground. And then we're going to tuck the head, lift the hips, lift the knees, come up onto the toes. Yeah. So if you need to, you can open it up a little bit more or bring it in a little bit more, right? Come down. Feedback. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Does it feel weird?
Feels hard.
It feels weird? Yes. It's hard. Take it out just a little bit. Give you just a little bit more room to maneuver around. So what it's doing basically is it giving you that resistance where you don't do this number. Okay? Because I've seen that happen where you just, eventually you get out to this area, and where it's not necessarily the worst thing, but having it to where they're underneath the shoulders just helps take a little bit off, takes a little bit of strain off. Now, everybody's different. So once you get it over forearms, you can clasp the hands, you can keep the palms down and lift up. Now the idea is you're going to be pushing against the strap, so you're still pushing out as you lift up. There we go. And then go ahead and come down. And remove that strap up. Keep it in a loop. Just set off to the side for right now. So feedback on that. Harder? Not a really big fan?
I loosened mine just a little bit and it was better.
It was better? Okay, so the loose is better? Okay. Alright.
Not a lot, just a tad.
Yeah. So now we're going to try it without the strap. And you guys just give me the feet without the strap, without the block, just regular like we normally would. Except now you have the two choices of having the palms flat or interlaced. Now you can also come to fists, right? I know, I think some of you guys said you like that. So if you liked the fists, right, as long as the elbows are still in a good measurement, fist down, drop the head, and lift up. You can clasp the hands, palms flat. And I have actually seen people do it with the palms up also, but I feel like that's a little bit more tricky.
That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard. So Natalie, bend the knees a little bit. Lift the hips up. There you go. There you go. There you go. Keep pushing yourself back towards your feet. There you go. Yes. 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 When you're ready, come down. Take a breather. Shake out the shoulders. Come the back strokes around a little bit.
You want me to go be northern on them?
Say what?
You said you want me to go get northern on them? That's what my boss called.
Let's hope if it's not, if they do it during Shavasana. I get it, you know, you're working on your stuff, so I get it. But also,
It's called being considerate.
yeah. So you guys liked it better without the strap, right? Right?
It was easier. Yeah.
Easier without the strap.
Yep.
Yeah. Because you have that resistance holding you in there.
The strap for me, it was the resistance, but it was also a lot more strain on my neck.
Right.
I mean, my core. So
Right. Okay. Now we're gonna do something a little different. Grab our blocks. Just one. Just the one. So we're gonna bring the block middle. So medium, right? So I always call it like small, medium, large, small, medium, tall, right? So this way, we're gonna place it in between the thighs, above the knees. Squeeze the block. There you go. Perfect. Hands right underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes. We're gonna come into downward dog like this. Keep squeezing the block. Don't drop the block. Woo. Squeeze. 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 Push into the hands. Lift the hips up. Stay on the toes. Adjust your feet as much as you need to. Take another breath in. Exhale, come down. Knees come down. Nice and easy. Move the block. Like, what's up with the block? All right, we're still not done with it though. So we're gonna stay on our hands and knees. So if you need to adjust anything underneath the knees, feel free to do so. We're gonna take this block. We're gonna tuck it behind your right knee, or your left knee, excuse me. There we go. And you're gonna hold on to the block. We're not gonna drop the pizza.
Big gymnast video.
Yeah, we're not going to drop the pizza. Now, the other thing I want you guys to be careful of is when you lift this up, be careful to let this go down. Okay, so you want to keep everything nice and contained. Squeeze it. And all we're going to do is just do a little circle with this left leg. Or with this left knee, I should say. My block is trying to run away from me. I don't think so. Doing a circle. Woo. Then drop it down. And then we're going to switch it up a little bit. So you're going to take the middle part of the block behind your ankle, and the other block behind your thigh. Ooh, I don't think this is going to work. I'm not sure. Nope, that's not going to work. My bad. All right, we're just going to go to the other side then. Ha! You guys get out of that torture.
Ooh, that hurt. I'm glad we're out of that torture.
We're going to go to the right leg. We're going to do a little circle this way. Whoosh. I have 2 slick of leggings on. circle around. Woo. And then
My block is traveling.
release the pizza. Plant the hands, tuck the toes, lift up into regular downward dog. Push into the hands, lift up through the hips, take your left leg up towards the ceiling, flex the foot, push into the hands, come up high onto the right toes, point your left foot like you're going to touch the ceiling, left foot comes down, right leg will lift. Same thing, pointing the toe up towards the ceiling, trying to reach, trying to extend and lengthen as much as you can. Woo. And then right foot comes down, nice and easy. Ah, both knees come down. Nice. Left toes are going to kickstand off the mat. Right foot goes to the back of the mat. Right arm will reach up towards the ceiling. Adjust the left hand as much as you need to. You can take it further away. You can bring it closer to the body. If you want to, go ahead and lift the right leg up. Right foot will come to the floor. Right hand will come to the floor. We'll come back into tabletop. Inhale, release the heart, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, tuck the tailbone. Come back to tabletop. Right toes are going to kickstand off the mat. Left foot will go to the back of the mat. Left arm will reach up towards the ceiling. So side plank on the right side, nice. Whenever you're ready, lift that left leg up if you'd like. Pushing into the right hand. Reaching up with the left hand. One more breath. Left hand comes down, left knee comes in. Ah, sit the hips back, bring the feet forward. Yay! Snaps for that. Snaps for that.
I sure hope I sleep tonight.
I hope so too. I know I'm definitely going to sleep tonight. For sure. We'll bring the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. Bring the hands on the insides. We're going to massage that inner part of the foot, right underneath the big toe. Take this left leg out to the side, right foot on the inside of the left leg. Inhale, reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Twist towards your right knee. Left hand's going to come down. Yep, right arm's going to go up and over. So now you lean towards me. There we go.
It's been a long week already, and it's
I
only
know,
Tuesday.
right?
I felt that way too.
I'm like, wait, what's left and what's...
I thought yesterday was Wednesday.
Sure. Come back up. Now this time you're going to reach the arms forward enough, and then reach forward and down. It's like a half butterfly. You can let the head release if you'd like to, or you can just stay looking forward. If you feel like you want to do a little shimmy, do a little shimmy. Hands back in. Switch sides, right leg will go out, left foot will come in. Flex the right toes, or point them. So if you point, you're going to strengthen. If you flex, you're going to stretch. Your choice. Reach both arms up. Twist towards your left knee. Right hand will come down. Left arm will reach up and over. Twisting your torso to the left as you reach over with the left hand. Putting ourselves in a pretzel. Come up. Twist back to center. Reach the arms forward and up. And then reach forward and down. Bring the soles of the feet together. Bring our hands to the outer edges of our hips. And want you to push your feet in together. Push, 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 push. Push, push, push. Go ahead and release that pushing, reaching the arms up towards the ceiling, and then over. And like I said before, if you ever feel any kind of jazz coming from different areas, whether it be your knee or your ankles or your hips, you know, taking the feet away from you a little bit can definitely help, taking that degree of that knee bend out. Yep. Letting some legs out, give them a little shake out. And before we lay down tonight, I'm going to put you guys in a certain pose that we normally do in restorative with a bolster, but we're not. We're going to do it with our 2 blocks. Okay, so most of you guys either have like a blanket, towel, or a knee blanket with you, right? Okay. Martha, let me help you out. This is going to help just a little bit with what we're about to do. Lisa, we did it the other morning in class. So, it's going to be behind you on your mat. You're going to take one of the blocks on the tall setting. Okay. And then another block some distance down on the medium setting. And then you're going to place your knee blanket or your regular blanket over that bottom one. Okay? And that's just going to give you a little extra push. You don't have to do it. It's optional. But I did it the other day and I was like, I like the way this feels. So, this block is going to go about where your bra line would sit, in between the shoulders. It's going to go where your head's going to be. Right? You're going to have to kind of maneuver it around for yourself. So I hold on to the bottom block first. Get myself on there. And then the second one comes into the party. It is definitely a balance act, for sure.
It's hard to get it.
Is everybody good? Does anybody feel a little weird? Yeah, do you feel comfortable? And if you don't like it, feel free to just go ahead and come out of it. Just stay here for a few breaths. And the legs can be in whatever position you want. You can have the soles of the feet together, knees out wide. You can have the legs extended out, hands out to the side. So you got 3 more breaths here. Bring the hands to the floor. Lift the head up. Push the hands, lift yourself up. Just give me some feedback. Yay, nay. You guys liked it?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Good. Once you get into it, it's nice. So we'll grab our strap. If you'd like to have a blanket underneath your head when you lay down, go ahead and pop that bad boy back there. blocks off to the side. And before we do lay down, go ahead and grab your strap and give me a big loop. Biggest loop you got. Go ahead and lay all the way back. Oh. Bring the knees into the chest. Just rock side to side. Go ahead and set your arms up overhead. Just let them flop on the ground. Keep the knees hugged in towards the chest. You can cross one ankle over the other. And then we'll bring the feet to the floor. Take them a little bit wider than your hips, and then let the knees knock in towards each other. Some nice cleansing breaths in and out. Part the knees, and we'll just start to windshield wiper the legs in either direction. And then come back to center, feet underneath the hips. We'll bring the left knee into the chest. And just bend and straighten this left leg. Keeping the arms overhead, or if it feels more comfortable to bring them down a little bit, you can. And then once you extend your foot up towards the ceiling, flex the foot and just almost like if you're thinking about like a knob, right? So you're like turning it from one direction to the other. So your foot's gonna turn out and then turn in, out, in. And then we'll bend that left knee into the chest. We'll take the left leg out to the side and then bring it back in. Almost like you're going to cross it over your right knee. Take it out, back in. What I like to call hip flossing. And then we'll go ahead and keep that knee back into the chest. Grab your strap. We're going to do the hammock. So you want the dag nabbit, what's this called?
Buckle?
The buckle part, yeah, there you go. You want the buckle to be facing towards the side, right? So you don't want it to go underneath your head, and you don't want it to go on your foot either. So the strap is going to go on the ball of the foot, and then we're going to take the other part of the loop underneath the head, above the ears. And just kind of let the head hang out. Now, if you feel okay here, right, where it's not too much of a stretch, not too much of a pull on the neck, you're welcome to let the right leg extend out. And then you can use your left foot and kind of take your head in either direction. Or you can just let it hold just right where it is. We'll bring our hands to the sides of the strap. We will undo the head. Release the shoulders and the head back to the floor. Hold the strap in the left hand. Right arm's going to go out to the side. And then we'll open the leg out to the left as well. Keep the right hip on the floor. Shoulders on the floor. Both feet are flexed. You're pushing the foot into the strap as you're pulling the strap on the foot. So you get that resistance there. We'll lift the leg back up to center. We'll switch hands with the strap. Take the left arm out to the side. Now keep the hips on the floor. Before we go into the full twist, just take your your left foot over to the right just a little bit. But keep the hips on the mat. So I'm trying to get this stretch more into the outer part of the leg. You might even feel it more in the hamstring. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take the twist all the way, keeping the shoulders on the floor. There we go. And come back up to center with the foot. Bend the knee, undo the strap, extend the leg out nice and long. Just gonna rest here for a few breaths. And the feet back onto the floor. Let the right knee come into the chest. Set the strap off to the side for right now. Arms can go wherever you'd like, and we'll just bend and straighten this right knee. Point, flex the foot, wiggle the toes, all the good stuff. We'll extend the foot up towards the ceiling, flex the foot, turning the foot out and in. So when the foot is turned out, that's external rotation. When it's turned in, that's internal rotation. And then bend the knee into the chest. We'll take the right knee out to the side, bring it back in. Like you're gonna cross it over that left leg, bring it back out, bring it back in. Keep the right knee into the chest. We'll grab the strap again. If you didn't like this pose, you don't have to do it. You can come straight into where you just hold the strap with the hands. We're going to take the strap around the ball of the foot, extend the foot up towards the ceiling, lift the head, take the strap underneath the head, and then your choice to stay here or let the left leg extend out. Take the foot kind of side to side if you want, or you can just keep it right where it is. Come back to center. Bring the hands on either sides of the strap. We'll take the head from the strap, hold the strap with the right hand, and then we'll open the right leg out to the right. Keep the hips on the floor. There we go. And then just take the leg over to the left. And then when you're ready, go ahead and go all the way over. Shavasana. So again, Shavasana can be whatever way you want to do it. You can lay on your side, your stomach, your back, bolster underneath the knees, whatever you'd like. You can also come back into that position that we were in with the two blocks if you felt really, relaxed in that. Whatever you need to do to make this as comfortable for yourself as possible. wherever in the body that's still holding tension, that's still holding on. Just kind of relax with each exhale. Letting the body get heavy. Sinking into the mat. Knowing that for these next few moments, you don't have to do anything aside from what you're doing at this very moment. You've done the hard part, which is getting your butt here. So now you get to sit and relax after some good movement. Whatever thoughts come up, come up. Cross her out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall. Resting the hands on the lap. Noticing how you felt. Beginning of your practice, during and after. Noticing what poses that you enjoyed, that you didn't enjoy. Maybe what kind of feelings that came up for you. Bring the hands to prayer in front of our heart. Bow your chin to your chest. Give yourself a thank you for making this time for yourself and for your practice. The divine light in me honors, bows, and recognizes the divine light in you. Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thanks, everybody. Happy to have you back, Laura.
Yes.
We've missed you.
Yes, we have.
I missed you guys too.
And if I don't see you guys Thursday night, maybe I'll see you Thursday morning. Who knows? Maybe you'll come to Audrey's class on Saturday. I came this past Saturday. It's nice. I actually took a class. I'm going to come tomorrow night for Raquel's Zumba class.
I'm so bummed.